So for today, we're going to study a little bit dynamic content, what's that supposed to be, an MVC module. If you go to dynamic content here, we have something called AGS. Now, AGS is a templating engine. We will see it will help us to return HTML dynamically. And of course, you can go to the documentation to see how it works. Also, I've shared with you the documentation of AGS. As you can see, I've already shared it with you with example, so it's very simple to learn. That's first. Second, MVC module. So what is MVC? MVC, if you can read here, of course, what is MVC and how can we divide our code to MVC. But I'm gonna just show you in an example, it will be easier to learn. So MVC stands for Module View Controller. Modules, that means it's your database. So module, normally we take it for the database. View, that means what you're going to send to the user. And controller, you already know what's a controller. So they're like the brain which handle the request. Yeah, so what we're going to do now, we're going to build again our project movies, but we're going to build it a little bit differently. So here, before we did not have a database, we still don't have database, but now we will try to create a class movie. And this class movie should be responsible for getting all the class. So all the logic in the controller before we did when we get all the movie, or we will check if the movie exists or stuff like that. One movie exists, it should go to the module actually. The database normally handle these requests. So here we're going to start from zero, but the idea here, we can build just a class now. We still don't have database, but we're going to build a class. And this class, it will be a movie. And it's a module for a movie. A module, that means it will handle get all movie, get one movie, create one movie, update movie, delete movie. So let me just remove all this code. Movie here, let me remove all this code. And log, I will remove everything here. Click. Config, I have nothing currently. Module, I've removed everything. Node, public, here we have some CSS. We will keep it, and we have some M1 image. I will not use it, but anyway. Routes, I'm gonna remove all my routes. Util, I have one function util, which is find a movie. It's the same as last week. So let me click on this one, views. Now on views here today, we're gonna learn something else. We'll learn how to use EGS. And here I'm gonna build them again. Click. And let's just do this one here, .env, it's here. Index, yeah, maybe it will be a good idea to write everything again. And then we have package.json. We have Vercel.json. Vercel here, if we try to deploy our project to Vercel, Vercel is just a host. So if I click here, Vercel, it will allow me to deploy my backend. Vercel. Voila. Maybe we're not gonna do so. I already have an account, as you can see, and I've deployed few movies API and stuff like that. So you can deploy to Vercel, and Vercel will allow you to deploy your backend. That should be okay. Now for package.json, I've already installed this package on your template, so you don't need to install anything. I've installed EGS, which will be the templating engine we're gonna use. I've also installed UUID, which will give us unique ID. Again, you don't have to install anything. I've already installed it for the template for you. All you have to do, just use the template to create a new repo. Now first, I've seen Rodika, I think it was you push your log to GitHub, right?
Yes.
That's not how normally we do. Normally, there is some file, you should never, ever push it to GitHub. For example, of course, now I did the same for templates. So if you go to the template, you have .vs code. I did it for you because I've seen most of you do not put the debugging setting. That's first. Log also, I push it on the template, but what you need to do now, you need to add it to get ignore. And here .env also, I push it for you, but you need to include it in the .get ignore. So the first step you need to do here, when you create a repo from the template, that's the first step. You just say npm I to install all the dependency. You have everything already. You don't have to install anything. The second step, what you need to do, you need to go to .ignore, and here .env, you need to uncomment it. So .env must be in .ignore. I've did it for you just so you have everything. .vs Code also should be in .ignore. And also logs, as you can see here, the file logs, that should be in .ignore because the log should stay with you. You should never push it to GitHub. Is the idea clear what I'm trying to explain?
Yes.
Good. So if you go to your template here, where is my template? In your template, I've already uncommented this stuff, logs, .env and .vs Code. I uncomment them so you have them. But when you create a repo, you need to go to .gitignore and you need to uncomment them. So .env must be in .ignore. .vs Code must be in .gitignore. Logs, which is a folder, because it's a folder, must be in .ignore. You should never push it to GitHub. And you need to uncomment them. That's it. I just comment them. You need to uncomment them. I've added a note for you as well in the template. After I've done that, after I install all my dependency, I'm just going to run my server. How can I run my server? And you need to help me in this project because we are just repeating it. How can I run my server?
npm run dev.
npm run dev. Nice. Okay, npm run dev. Let's get rid of this one. Now I need to go to my index. Notice the name I changed index as well. So before it was server, I make it index.js. Why I make it index.js? Because when we deploy it to a host, normally it accepts index.js. So it's better to use index.js. I've already updated the template. Don't worry about anything. Okay, now I have my index.js, which is not also in .vs Code. When I was trying to debug, I've changed this one to index.js. So also don't worry about it. I'm going to build the project. I'll also do some debugging for Masmilano and for you also, because I've noticed you don't do a lot of debugging. So let's go step by step here. In my index, what is the first step? What should I do? What should I do? I need the path and so I will need the path and I will need something to file, something like that from the URL. Guys, we are just repeating the project.
We have to import path.
Import path and
their name,
which is good, from path. Also, I need to import file to URL. So import file to URL from URL. That's what normally we do. I need to import express, right? Import express from express. I need to import another package. What is another package?
.env.
Yes, so I need to import .env from .env. Okay, after I install my .env, I install this one. What should I do? I need to load. What should I do? Load environment. I'm just repeating the project, guys. You should tell me. I need to load environment.
Variable.
And how can I do that? Just .env config. Voila. And now here I can construct my port. What will be the port? Process.env.port. Yes. Now I need to construct my path, right? Construct path. Maybe I should make it lowercase all of them. So yeah. So I need to construct the path. So here, what I need to do here, I can just say const __ file name. It's equal to file URL and it's equal to import meta URL. But I don't want that. I want the path to the directory and my current directory, because I am in this file. It will be movie API EGS. So how can I do that? Well, I can just say const path, all cap, path. It will be equal to their name of file name. So I construct my path, which is good. After that, what should I do?
Initialize express.
Yes, I need to initialize express. Initialize express. And in order to initialize express, of course, I told you express here. It's import here. I am importing a function, so I need to execute this function. So I can just say const is equal to express, which is nice. After that, what should I do? After I initialize express, what should I do?
Parsing the body. You have to parse the body.
Yeah, I can parse the body. And before I parse the body, actually, maybe I can do something before parsing the body. So what I can do here, I can just set view engine. So what is view engine? So if I'm going to use a templating engine, I need to tell Express that I am going to use this templating engine. So in order to do so, I can say app.set, and here view engine. Remember here, that's how it is in the documentation. So you cannot make them together. It must be view space engine. And if I go to express in the documentation, as you can see here, so here app.set view space engine, and I need to put the name of my engine. The name of my engine is not NTL, but here I am using EGS. That's it. Now here I need to define the path. I need to tell express where is the path to these views, and the path to these views actually it's here. It's inside view, right? So in order to say, I need to say app.set, and here I need to define just simply, I say my view, it exists in path.join. I'm taking the path and I'm taking views. So it's simply just like that. I need to define my views as app.set. I need to pass my views. I'm saying my views are in this place here. Okay, so I'm just saying, okay, my views are in path.join path, which will be the path to my directory, which is movie API EGS, and they are inside view. So I'm saying path, comma, views. Is the idea clear? That's how we define, or that's how we tell Express that we are using this templating engine. So first, I need to tell JavaScript, I need to tell Express what view engine, what engine I am using. I am using EGS, that's the name of my engine, templating engine. And the second parameter, I need to tell it where view exists. So the first parameter, I'm telling view, and then here you will find my view here in path. And after that, you need to go to view folder. Is the idea clear here or not? Yes, no, it's just some setting.
Yes.
Okay, now I can parse the body here. So I can just say parse, request body. And in order to parse the body, I can use app.use, express.url encoded. I have something else, okay? App.use, express.json. Okay, I've set my templating engine. I am parsing the body. What should I do after that? What should I do after that? Maybe I can use middle.
Samir?
Yes.
Why you use false when
It's-
we in the project use true?
So true, normally it gives me more information than false, simply like that. Extended, that means I will have more information, simply like that. So you can make it either false or true. It will not affect a lot, but just let's make it true, okay? Yes, Rodica?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, now what do I need to do here? I need to use middleware. Can anyone tell me what's the middleware I need to use? My middleware is here. I didn't update it, it's still here. If you remember last week or yesterday, or I'm sorry, it was on Friday, we created this middleware here, and this middleware is going to do, it's gonna, whenever the user send a request, it will show me the date, the time, and also it will show me the method and the URL, and after that, we are saving it to a file called log. So I need somehow to import this one. Where I'm gonna import it, I'm gonna import it and put it here. And here I can just import, what was the name? Create log from /middleware create log.js. So here I'm using middleware. In order to use middleware, I will just say app.use, that's it, create a log. Is that okay?
Yes.
No? Okay, after that, I need to use the route, but currently I don't have any route. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it. And then here, after that, I can now start my server. So here I can just say, listen to port, and listen to port, which will be just like that. Server is up and running. So I'm gonna just modify your server is up and running on port. And here I'm gonna add something here. I will just say HTTP. I make a mistake before, it was HTTPS. It shouldn't be HTTPS, it should be HTTP. So /localhost and colon, and I need to add my port now. That should be okay now. So that's my port, as you can see, HTTP ://localhost 5004. That's fine, but also I need to handle a few stuff. I need to handle what? I need to handle 404, and then I need to handle error. Yes. So 404, it should be simple here. I can just say app.use, and app.use here I can pass asterisk. What asterisk means? What does asterisk mean?
Every route.
Everything, yeah. So if the request goes through all my route and it does not match any route, it's coming to 404. And in 404, as asterisk mean everything. I mean everything. So if it does not match my route, I want to go to 404, which will be does not exist. Of course, in 404, I will have a request response. I will have response.status 404, that means does not exist, and I can send some text here. But I don't want to send text here, actually. What I want to do now, because I have templating engine, so I define my templating engine. What I can do now, I can just go to view, and in here, in view, I can create a new file, and I can name it 404.egs. It's not .html, it is .egs. Now, EGS and HTML, they're very similar. It is just EGS allow me to execute JavaScript inside HTML. So let me just create a template like that, voila. And in here, what I'm going to do, actually, maybe I can go here first. So let me go here. So instead of send here, I will just say another thing. So when we are using a templating engine, I'm trying to send EGS or HTML if you want to. We will see what's the difference between the two now. I need just to say render. Render. And after render, I need to pass here two parameters. The first parameter here, it will be string. It will be the name of my file. What is the name of my file? What is the name of my file?
404.
404 without extension. Without extension, I'm not going to send an extension. Why? Because I've already told Express that I am using EGS. So when I say render, Express already knows that as 404 is .egs. So I don't need to pass. I will never pass the extension here, EGS. I will just pass the name of the file. And the second parameter here, it's optional parameter, which will be an object. And now I can pass some data if I want to. I can put some data here. And this data, it will go inside 404 here. I can receive them here. How? Let me show you. Now here, what I want to pass here to this message, I want to pass title. As the title here, I will say page not found. And also I want to pass another parameter here, which will be message. So the message here, for example, page not found. So as you can see here, when I say render, I need first to pass the name of the file in a string, which is 404. And then second parameter, it will be an object. And inside this object, I can pass some variable. You can imagine those as a variable. So title now, it's a variable. Message is a variable, and they must be inside an object. Now, if I go to my template, I can get this title and this message. How? Well, let's go to 404. And here I can put the title. So how can I put the title here in EGX? Well, I can just say open angle bracket. So if I do that, I have an extension I'm going to show you as well. If I want to put a variable here, I can use this syntax. And here, what was the name of my variable? It was title, right? What was the name of my variable? It was title. It must be the same. So I will just say angle bracket % equals, that means I will render a variable. I will put a variable here. Title, and I need to close it. So I will say % angle bracket is close. But here in the body, I also want to create a header. And inside the header, I want to create an H1, and then I will want to pass my message. But I remember I already have the title, so I can put the title again here. I can say just angle bracket, voila. And here the extension will help you. So if I want to output the value, the variable, that's what I want to. I want to output again the title. And here I want to put my message. So let's put my message. How can I put my message? Angle bracket, % equal. And then here I need to close it. So I will say % angle bracket. And here I can pass my variable, which is message. Voila. Voila. So as you can see, what I'm doing here, what EGS will help me, it will help me to render HTML, but it will be dynamic. That means I can send some variable from my code here. So title and message, both of them are variable. I'm putting them inside an object. And of course, this guy here, what we're going to do here, it will pass this variable to my template, which is 404. And now inside 404, if I want to show this variable, I can. How can I do that? Well, to show a variable, I need to say angle bracket % equal and the name of the variable. The name of the variable must be exactly like this one, otherwise it will not work. Same idea here. I want to show the message here, and voila. So let's see if that will work or not. So what I can do, I can just click on this one, and voila, as you can see, if I click on here, refresh, and as you can see, it's telling me 404 page. That's my title here. If I click on inspect, inside my HTML, I have 404 page, and I have page not found, which is my message. And voila. Is the idea clear? Yes, no?
Yes.
Again, for EGS, of course, we have documentation. You can go through the, see, so we have a lot of tags here, actually. So what's telling you here, okay, if you want to render a variable, so we can access object if we want to, it must be angle bracket percent is equal user. So here we are receiving object user.name. If I want to render a user here, that's first. And of course, there is a lot of stuff here. You can learn one by one, one by one, one by one. So we can now, we will see, we can render also, we can put any JavaScript we want to. So we can loop, we can put any JavaScript if we want to inside the HTML. And that's why we name it dynamic content, because here, this HTML, normally I cannot have JavaScript inside HTML, but this template helped me to render or to use JavaScript inside HTML. Is the idea clear? Yep. Nothing. That means you did not understand what I'm trying to say. Did you understand what I'm trying to doing or not?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are you sure? So what I'm going to do when I say render, of course, I'm telling Express that I am using a template in engine, which is EGS. So what I can do here now, I can just send an HTML to the user or to the client. But here I just need to use this method render. And then after that, that's how it works render. I need to pass the name of the file, which is 404. I did not need to define anything because I've already told Express, okay, all my views, they're inside path/view. So they're already here inside view. So I don't have to worry about anything. They know it's already inside view. And then what I need to do here, just the name of the file, 404 without extension. And after that, the second parameter, I can pass an object with any variable I want to. And now I can receive this variable inside my EGS and show them to the user. Don't worry, we'll get used to it. So we're gonna use EGX for the next coming week. So we're gonna use it all the time. Don't worry. Okay, that's fine. Now I was able to send an EGS or HTML to the client. Now the last one here, handle error. To handle an error, as I told you, the error receive 4 parameters, which will be error, request, response, and next. Here I can console.log this one, but actually it's already doing that for me. So I want to console.log error.stack, and the rest.status 500. I want to render 500, which I don't have. So let's create 500. 500.egs. And here, if you see in 500, I also have the title and the message. So it will be exactly like this one here. So I can just copy this one and go here and paste it here. And that the title, and message, as you can see. So whenever I encounter any error, as you can see, I am passing also the title and the message. By the way, I can use the same template if I want to. Now, because I'm passing the same parameter here, I can just use 404. Why? Because this one and this one are the same. Because they are the same, I can use one of them. And one of them will work for both. Why? Because I am passing, as you can see, I am passing the same variable, but with different value. So I can use, actually, if I want to, I can use 404. Or here, I can use 500, which still will work. If I use 500 here, it doesn't matter, actually. It will still work. Let's go here and see, refresh. And as you can see, it's still working. 404 page, it's okay, it's still working. Although I've put it 500 because they are the same. But let me make it 404. Voila. Now we build our server. That's our server. We build our server. We define the templating engine. We are parsing the body. Let me make it lowercase. We define our middleware. Here routes, I don't have any route now. I will create them later. I'm handling 404. I'm handling the error. And now my server should be good enough. Okay, any question here before we move to the routes? Any question? Any question, guys? Rahma.
No.
Okay, so it's the same as last week. It's just one new thing here. We are just using templating engine. And to use these template engines, those are some settings. I need to first to tell Express, okay, I want you to set the view engine. That's me, the templating engine. I want it to be EGS, and I've already import here. I install EGS. That's it. And the second one, I need to tell Express where is my view located. So I need to say app.set. Okay, my view. That's the path to my view, which is path, comma view. And I'm using path.join because depending on the operating system, I could have / or /, but path.join, it will know from the operating system to put what. That should be simple, I think. Yep.
So Samir, this is dynamic, but yes, on Friday we were doing the static, but with static we use only for CSS, and here how it will be with CSS.
Okay, we do the same. Actually, no, that's very good point here. So what I can do here, I can just define static file, serve static file. So I forgot this one. Voila. So it's still the same. App.use express.static path.join path public. And now here, what I can do, I can go to this guy here. Now I want to use CSS. So I need to add a link. And the link here actually that's not correct. It should be CSS, if you remember. So if I go to public, I have CSS/style.css. And let me copy this one. It's the same. Static folder is always the same, Agnieszka. But I forgot to add static file, actually. And voila. Refresh. And voila. Still applied. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, now everything should be fine. I need to go to my route now. So let's go to my route and define my different route here. And let's go here in my route. I have movies. So what should I do in my routes now? It's the same as last week, guys. I didn't change anything.
Import Express.
Okay, import Express from Express. And then I need to create a router which is equal to express.router. And of course, now here I can just export directly my router. So let me export it. Now what I can do here, I can go here directly. And now here I can import it here. So I can just say import. It's movie route, right? Movie route from .route/movie. And of course, I need to use this route now. So let me go here and I can just say app.use movie route. I will add here API movie route. Okay, now my job here mostly is done. I'm imported my route as well. Everything is fine. Now let's go to my route here and let me create my route. To create my route, of course, I can just use router.get first, router.get. And here I can just say, for example, slash. I can add all, or maybe, what should I add here? Let's name it get like that, okay? Just get only. And here, of course, I will need a function, as you know, request response. Of course, the function, I need to move it to controller, but for now, I can just add it this way. Voila. So I have get. I need another get, of course. Why? Because I want that's post, that's fine. Put, that's fine. Delete, that's fine. I need another get. So what I did here, instead of post, I will add. Of course, you can add those of you. It's really up to you. How do you want to construct the route? For me now, I'm adding just one add. I will name it here, not put. I will name it update. You can define whatever route you want to. Get here, and I'm gonna duplicate this one. Why is not duplicating? I'm gonna duplicate this one, and I will say get, and I need to pass what? An ID. And same for add. No add. I don't want the update and delete. I will need, so I will pass a param. And here I will need to pass a param. Voila. So it's the same as we did before. It's just like I'm adding something here now, which is called get, because I'm trying to get. You can add any variable you want. It's fine. Any name you want. For me, I just name it get. Get, and then get, I want get to get a specific movie. Add here. add, I don't want any params, but update and delete, I will need an ID param. I think that should be clear. Yes, no.
But why we changed? Like before, we didn't put get, add, update, just slash and so on, and now we put get and.
Because it's totally up to you, Agnieszka. For your route, you can just say slash, but for my route, I want to see, for example, it will be HTTP localhost / API / get. And here, localhost, sorry, HTTP localhost / add to add a movie. You can add those or you can don't add them. It's totally up to you.
But this is a better approach. It will be longer, so I don't know if it's better.
It is better because in real project here, you cannot just use / because you will have thousands of routes.
Mm-hmm.
In real life, you cannot really use just a slash. You need to add something after the slash. You got my point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that should be nice. Now, what I want to do here now, I need, of course, to go to my controller. You already know that, so let me go to my controller. In my controller, I have nothing, so I can just say const movie controller, movie. So controllers, which will be equal to an object, and I can just export it, right? Where should I input my movie controller? Where I should import them?
Route.
Of course, in route. Import movie controller from .controller movie.js. And now how many method I need? It look like I need 5. So here maybe I can just name it this way. Get, it's fine. Let me just remove this one. Get by ID. Again, the function here, you can name them whatever you want to. It's totally fine. Let me remove this one and let me remove this one. Here, get all movie. You can name it to be better. Get all movie. Get all. Get by ID. Add movie. Update movie. Delete movie. And now what I can do here, simply I can just, before I do that, I can just say const. And now I can const. And now I can destructure all my function here. So as you can see, get all, get by ID, add, update. And here, maybe I can name it remove or delete. It doesn't matter really. Of course, you can add more descriptive name if you want to. So I'm just destructuring my function here. And what I want to do now, I need to pass my function, as you know. So let me remove those and add my function. And here it will be get all. Here it will be get by ID or get movie by ID. If you want to name it, it's fine. Add movie or add. And in here, it will be update, I think. Yeah, it's update. And this one here, it will be remove. If you want to be more descriptive, you can add get all movie or get movie by ID or add movie or update movie or stuff like that. It's totally up to you. Actually, maybe it will be better to get all movies just to make it get movie by ID, add movie, and here update movie, and here remove or delete movie. Okay, let's just copy them. And here, let's get rid of those. Copy this one, get rid of this one. Get rid of this one like that. It's more descriptive naming, which I think it will be better. Remove. And here I need to get rid of this one, of course, because I've updated everything. Voila. That should be good now. So what I'm doing here, well, simply I'm importing Express. I am importing my controller, as you can see. I'm creating a router. And here I'm simply taking all, so I'm destructuring all my method or my function from this object. And then here I'm just say get, stuff like that, get again by ID, post, and put and delete. So that should be clear if I'm not mistaken, right? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, now what do I want to do? Now let's create a few modules here. So I have those guys, but I need to create a module. Can anyone tell me how can I create a module? What is module mean? What does module mean? So normally a module, when we study database, it will be much easier for us. Currently, we don't have database. So in module, what we're going to do now, we're going to create a class for movie. Can anyone tell me what is a class? What
Like
is a class?
prototype.
Yeah. Another thing, what is a class?
Like a schema of something.
Yes, it's like schema, it's template. So a class we studied before in the front end, it's just like a template. It helped me if I want to create multiple cars, I can create one class per car, and after that I can create from this class many objects which belong to the car. And that's the reason why here I need to use a class to create a movie. But how can I create a class? Any idea how can I create a class? Come on, guys, we studied class before in the front end. How can I create a class?
Classic.
Class, movie. The convention for naming class, I told you it must start with uppercase because we are using Pascal case. And voila, so that's my class. And now all I need to do, I need to export my class. Export default movie. Now, why we are creating a class? We will see now why. And here, instead of before, I created my data in the controller, and here my data will be inside the class here, inside the module, because the module is responsible. So module stands for database, actually. That's the reason my data should be here. But currently, we did not study any database, but what we can do now, we can just put our data here and then create a class, which will be, the class will deal with the data. So instead of using some logic here in the controller, no, my data will be here, and I can use the class, for example, to get all the movie, or get one movie, or update a movie, or create a movie, or delete a movie, because that's what is the module responsible for, really. The module is just a class for my database, which will be responsible for adding, editing, deleting, getting. Is the idea clear what I'm trying to explain, guys? Const movie? Yes? No? And here I have first movie, I can add second movie, third movie, but I want to add something else. Logo. So the logo here, voila, I'm not sure the logo is correct or not, but let's see. Logo is just an image. Logo. I'm not sure about it. Let's just stick with these three for now. So nothing new here. I just created an array, and that's my three. I have three movie with ID 1, which will be better just to create it as a string. Movie ID 2, it will be better just to create a string. And here it will be better just to use a string like that. Voila. So what do I want to do now? Well, this is my data. Now I need to play a little bit with my movies. Why? Because here my class movie should be responsible for a lot of stuff. If I want to get all of the movie, my class should do that. So the class here, the module here, it's what dealing with the database. If I want specific movie, it's responsibility of the module to go and get this data. If I want to delete a movie, is the responsibility of the module to go and delete this movie or update movie or whatever. Is it clear so far what I'm trying to explain, or I'm explaining for myself? Hello?
Clear.
Or the rest? Okay. Now in my movie, what should I do? I need to define different method on my class. So the first method here, when I want to get all the movie, so what I can do? Well, I can just say get all, and get all here, of course, it will be simply, it will be a function which will return me simply get all like that. It will be just a function. I don't want async function here. Get all. Voila. Voila, that's get all. So I'm creating a simple method inside my class. Of course, in the class, you can add property and you can add method. There's no problem. So here in my class, I've created one function, one method, which we get all. That means I want to get all the movies here. What should I do? What should this function return? I want to get all the movie. I don't have database now. That's my database here. What should I do now? I want to get all movie. What should it return? Come on, guys.
title.
Return
Oh,
movies. So it's doing nothing here. What it's going to do will just return movies. Voila, that's it. This function, it will just gonna return these guys here. But what if I want to get one? So get one. Get by ID, I will need an ID. So what I can do here, as you can see, get by ID, I need an ID. And what it's going to do here, it will try to find a movie where the ID is equal to my ID. But if you remember here, I will need to use find multiple times, guys. So last Friday, we used find like in 4 function. And I told you that's not a good approach. The best approach is put it inside. To put it inside util. So I'm gonna just put this function inside util. So come here, and I will name it find movie, of course. So let me copy this one. Let me go to inside util. So find, I will name it, of course, find movie. So const find movies. And here I have an ID, and also I need to pass movies like that. And I need to pass the ID. So what this function is doing, actually, I'm passing my movie, I'm passing the ID. If I have any movie with this ID, it will return it for me. So let me export it. And now here, I need to import it inside my module here because I need to use it here. So let's import it. I can just say import, find movie, and it will be from utils find movie.js. Voila. Okay, fine. Now here, what I can do, I can remove this function, and then I can use the function I have, which will be find movie. So I'm using this function, find movie. I am passing all my movie. I'm passing the ID. And if I have the movie, it will return it for me. That's simple. Get by ID. Okay. So I have now get all. I have get by ID. And now what do I need? I need to create a new one. Add, right? Add. And then I need to update and delete. Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Now here I need to add. For example, let's just name it add. Of course, when I'm trying to add a movie, I need to pass my data here. So I need to create an object, whatever the object is, movie. And then here I will push this movie inside my array, and then I will return the movie, which is okay. But if I want to update the movie, well, to update the movie, first I need to check if the movie exists. So maybe I can just remove this one. No. And maybe I can just pass the ID. Yeah, but I don't have the data. That's fine. So here I have the ID, I have the movie. What I can do here, I have the new movie, and first I need to check if the movie exists or not. So I can just say const movie exist. So I will check first if the movie exists or not. And in order to do so, I can use this find movie. This function, which is called find movie. So I'm using this find movie. I'm passing the movie, I'm passing the ID to check if the movie exists or not. Now here I need to put a condition here. If movie exists, so what I'm going to do here, I can just simply say movie exists dot title. What do we have in the movies? We have logo, title, director, and year. So I need to update all of those. So I can just say movie exists dot title, movie exists dot director, movie exists dot year, and movie exists dot logo. Movie exists dot logo. So what I'm doing here, I'm updating everything. And here, what the hell happened? Voila. If the movie exists, I'm updating everything, and then I need to pass movie exists. Just like we did in the class here. But if the movie does not exist, what should I do? I can just return null. Unlike that, when I return null, I know that the movie does not exist. Okay, again, I have the ID and I have the new data for movie. I'm using my util function, which is find movie. Now, find movie, either it will return me the movie if it find it. If the movie exists, then what it's going to do here, it will update all the property of the movie, then return me the new updated movie. Else it will return null. Of course, null is falsy. If it return null, that means it does not exist. So I will know that I don't have a movie with this one. So last one, it will be delete. So I have get by ID, add, update, and here I can just say remove or delete. So delete ID, I'm gonna delete this one. I Don't want this code. Yeah, but I forgot to add this one here. Now it should be fine. And here I don't need you. That should be good. Now the last delete here, it should be also quite simple, the delete one. So delete one, I can use the same idea. I can just name this one let like that, and then I can filter after that. But first I need to check if the movie exists or not. So I can just say const movie exists, just like we did. I can use the util function find movie to see if the movie exists or not. Of course, if the movie exists, I can filter here, as you can see, and then I can return the movie, else I can return null, simply like that. Voila. Is the idea clear here, what I'm trying to do? Yes, no? So in module here, what I did, first I put my data here because the module actually is there responsible for the database, connecting with the database. I put all my movie here. I have a util function, which I'm going to use it a lot. That's the reason why I put it in util. And now here I'm creating a simple class, as you can see. And this class here, I can now use this class. I can just say movie.getAll, it will give me all the movie. I can say movie.getById and pass the ID, and it will give me if the movie exists or not. And then I can say add a movie, I pass my data, and then it will create a new movie for me. Update, if I pass the ID and the movie, the new data for the movie, it will decide here either it will return me the movie exists or it will return me null. And if it returns null, that means I know that the movie does not exist. Same idea here. If the movie exists, it will filter the movie. It will remove it from the database and return the new database. I can return something. I can return a message here if I want to. It's totally up to me. Else it will return null, and null, as you can see, it's a false value. Okay, now I'm not planning to create an object from this class. I am planning just to use movie.getAll. I don't need to create an object. I want to use all this stuff here from the class itself. What should I do? So I want to use all these methods in the class itself. So I say movie.getAll, movie capital dot get by ID, movie.add, movie.update, movie.delete. I don't want to create an instant object because, as you know, I have a class. To use this properties, this method now, I need to create an instance. So I need to create an object from this class. I don't want that. What will be the solution? We study it in the front end. What is the solution? Yes, what will be the solution? Guys, what's the problem? What is the solution? What is the solution? Come on, guys. Agnieszka.
Like, you know, with the class, we didn't study it a lot, so that's why I think we don't know. I don't know.
Of course, you know, because I teach you before. I just need to use the keyword static. That's it. So if I say static now, I don't have to create an instance from the class. I can just use a method on the class. I need to make with this method all of them static. That's it. Static means that I don't need to create an instance from the class. I can just use it from the class. Voila, all my methods now static. Okay. So static means now I can use my class movie.getAll. I can. But if I don't have a static, I need to create first an instant object from the class, then I can use it. But I don't want that. I want to use my class. And voila, if you just add static, that means now all these function, all these methods, it will be available on the class itself. That's perfect. We finish this one, we finish the module, we finish this one. Now let's go to our controller. Before I will go to a controller, what do I need here? What do I need to import here? What do I need to import here?
The modules.
Yes, what was the module? What was the name of the class?
Movie.
Yes, so I need, why? Because all the functionality now, this guy is doing here, my module is doing here, my class is doing here. My class now, if I want, it will get me all the data, or it will get me by ID, or it will add or update or delete. So it's doing everything now. So because it's doing everything now, I just need to import this one inside my controller. So I can just say import movie, which is the class from movie.module.movie.js. Voila. Okay, that's nice. Now here, when I want to get all movie, what should I do? If I want to get all movie, what should I do?
Movie.getAll.
So what I can do, I can just say const movies. Movies is correct now. What I can do is, well, now I can use my class. I can just say movie. That's my class. Movie with capital M, movie. And if I say movie dot, so I have this class here. I have get all, get by ID, and I have add, update. But what I want to here really, I want get all, right? So get all, voila. And let me show you the class here so you'll not get confused. So let me go to my class here, voila. So all I want to do now, I can use this method here, get all. And now get all, it will return me all the movie. What should I send? Now I have all my movie, as you can see, directly I have. What should I send to the user now? What should I send to the user?
All movies.
Okay, so what should I say? Rest.status.
200.
Status is 200, yes. And what should I send? Render, because I'm planning to use EGS. And I can pass my movie like that, as you can see here. Movies, it is here. But I don't have any view for my movie. So what I can do, I can create a new file and I can name it movies like that. Is movie is correct? Yes, movie is correct. .egs. Voilà. So now, in the controller, I'm saying, okay, I have a new template or HTML or EGS, if you want to call it, called movies. That's it is. And here I am passing my movies. What type of data are my movies? What type of data are my movies? What type of data are my movies?
Object.
No, here, these movies, I'm
Array.
sending this. So I
Array.
have an array. So this object all the time, Ajit, all the time when you're trying to pass data to a template using AGS, all the time this one will be object. It must be an object. Whatever you pass, it must be an object. But what is movies? Movies, what it returns, it's just an array. So now what we can do here, okay, now we can create our stuff here, voila. And now what I can do here, I can name it movies. And I can import my CSS, right? So I can just say link, CSS like that. And what will be the link for CSS? It must be slash CSS slash style.css, right? Because if I go to public, I have CSS slash style.css. That's great. And now here, what I can do here, what I can do, let me add a header for now. So let me add a header like that. And in this header, I will just say H1, I will add H1, I will name it movies like that, which is nice. But I told you now in EGS, we can use JavaScript inside HTML. And now, as you can see, the data I am receiving, so the data I am receiving here, it will be an array. As you can see, so it will be an array. So I need to find a way to loop through these movies. And for each movie, I need to show the logo. And I need to show the title and director and year. That's what I'm planning to do. So how can I do that? Well, that's quite simple, actually. So let's see what we can do. What I can do here, I can just say main. I can use tag main or whatever tag you want to. It's fine. Main. Yeah, so let's close the main. Voila. So now it's my time now to put JavaScript here. So how can I put JavaScript? It's quite simple. All I have to do, angle bracket, %, and I need to close it now. Voila. And here, what I can do, I can loop through them. But how can I loop through them? Well, I can just say movie. What data I am passing? What I am passing? I'm passing movies, right? So I can just say movies. Notice, movies dot for each. It's just JavaScript for each. Voila. And for each movie, what do I want to do for each movie? It's simply JavaScript. Yeah, that's my movie. Am I forgetting anything? Nope. So I have my movie here. I think I'm forgetting something. No. Yes. No, I'm not forgetting. Okay. Now what I need to do here, voila. I need to, so that's my JavaScript here, movie dot for each. And now here, I need to separate those by those. Why? Because I want to put something inside this one. So inside this loop, movie dot for each, I will have as a movie. So I will have one movie here. I will have this object here. So what I can do here, I can close this one. I know it may sound a little bit strange, but actually it's not. So as you can see, and here I need to open this one. Voila. So what happened here? Well, what happened here, as you can see, oh, come on. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. Okay. So what happened here? So I have my loop, as you can see. Click. I'm saying movies dot for each movie. And then here I'm opening this one angle bracket percent, and I'm closing it angle bracket percent. Here I'm closing this, opening this one, closing this one. That's the end. And here I will receive one single movie. Now what I can do here, I can create a div if I want to. And inside this div, I want to access whatever I want to. Now remember, movie, it will be an object. So I can access first, let's say the title. So I will create an H2. So let me create an H2 like that. And inside the H2 now, what do I want? I want the movie title. So how can I render a variable? So it will be angle bracket percent equal, and then I need to close it. So angle bracket, close. And now here I can say movie dot, because it's an object, movie dot title. Voila. And yeah, that's my title. Also, I want to show the logo. So I need an image like that. And here I can just add, as an alt, I can add simply the title of the movie. So I will do the same. Even if it's string, I can do that. So do that, equal. And now here percent, voila. And here it will be movie.title as an alt. Voila. And here, of course, in the source, what I need to do here, I need to, the source, it will be the logo. So angle bracket equal, like that. And I need to close my angle bracket. Voila, now I need to access movie.logo. So you say movie.logo. Okay, that's fine so far. I've created my logo. I've created my title. I want to add also the year, only the year. So let me add, I don't have movie description, I have movie director. So let me add movie. Yes.
There is a typo on the line 17, movie.logo, it should be.
You are right, it's movie.logo. Oh. Okay, I still need to add the year, so let me put it for now. It's not genre, it's year actually. Year, lowercase, year. So, okay, so what I'm going to do, actually, I am using now JavaScript simply. So here, movie dot for each movie, and I will have like, and it is an arrow function here, as you can see. I need to put this one open and closing tag, and the closing tag, it's here. Actually, again, it's opening and closing tag, but I think I need something here. If I'm not mistaken, I need this one. And also I will need this one if I'm not mistaken, because it's a function. Okay, and I can put my percent like that. So it's the same as JavaScript, but here, as you can see, each line is separated. This line is separated, and that's the closing tag, and inside it, I can access anything I want to, movie.title, movie.logo, blah, 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 and stuff like that. Let's see if that will work. Hopefully I don't have any typo, so let's see. Everything should be fine. Let's go to my not module controller. I am passing this one 200. I'm rendering movies template, and I'm passing movies my my array. So let's go see if there is hopefully no error. Let me go here. And what was the stuff here to get all? What was the route? It will be /API. Yes, /. What was the route?
Get.
It was get.
Probably get.
Let me see. It is get actually.
Yes.
So let's go to get and let's hope everything is good. And voila, as you can see. So as you can see now, well, I don't have to do the HTML 3 times. I just did it one time. And as you can see, I have all my movies, The Shawshank Redemption, The Godfather, and blah, blah. But the problem here, it looked like I don't have the images. So let me make sure the image exists. Let me go here and search for this one logo. I don't think this logo is correct. Let's go to here and just add logo. Yeah, let's check this one and let's say here copy image address. Voila. And now let's go to my data and delete this one. Okay. Put this one. Let's go back again to my server and hopefully it will be working. And voila, as you can see. So now I have the Shawshank Redemption. I have my logo. I have the director and I have the year. And of course, because I have my HTML here, I'm sorry, because I have my CSS here, voila. Now I can style it the way I want to. So my CSS is here. I can style movie.title. I can give it class if I want to, and I can make it nice as I want to. But let me update all these logos because I don't think any one of them is correct. The Godfather logo. Well, let's click this one. Let's go to my data. It should be inside module. Yeah. Yep. Voila. And this should be good. And the last one, it will be the Dark Knight.
Can we, for the last one, maybe download the image so we can see also the other way? Yeah.
You want to download it?
Yeah, maybe it's better than the link because link can change somebody. But if we download the image, it's always better because it's.
But if you want to download the image, it's quite simple. If you remember how to handle image. So to handle an image, let me go to controller here. So to handle an image, I need to go here. And instead of doing this one, I will just say slash, so source, it will be slash img slash the name of the image. And it will show me the image if you want to. If you want to download it, you put it here. I've already make server or static folder. And then to access it, you will just like CSS here. You will say slash image slash the name of the image. And you don't have to do movie.logo, but it's the same. And now here, of course, if I go to my server and refresh it, and as you can see, I have all of them. They're not styled nicely, but as you can see now, I have working, it worked nicely. And that's what you call dynamic content. So dynamic content, as you can see, EGS, what's allow me to do, instead of showing all the, instead of doing this one 3 times for each movie, imagine you have 1,000 movie, you have to do it 1,000 times, and that's not practical. So what's happening here, what EGS is allow me to do, I can actually use JavaScript, as you can see. I can use JavaScript, and inside it here, I can just loop through all my movie and just do it one time. And it will go through all the movie and it will show me all of them. Do you understand now what's the idea, why we are using a templating engine? Yes, no?
Yeah, but I don't understand why you separate the function for each into parts and you use opening tag before movies for each and you close there.
You mean here and here?
Yeah.
But how is that how EGS work? And EGS now, the first part here, I'm trying to loop through the movie, and all of this one here, it will go inside this function. And when it's finished, then that's the end part. I mean, that's how EGS working. If I go to EGS,
but before because they're in a different line, that's the reason.
Yes. So I did not create EGS, Ms. Milano. You need to go to the documentation and see. I don't have search here. But the simple answer is that's how EGS work. So if I want to render in whatever variable, user.name, I need to use angle bracket % equal. If I want to use loops, where is it? As you can see here, user.for each. Notice that's the first tag here, and that's the last tag, as you can see. And now here I can do whatever I want to inside it. So that's how the templating engine work. Cool?
Okay. Yeah. And the values of the object, they can go inside the schema of the movie or not?
But yes,
So,
I am inside. So as you can see here,
yeah, no,
movie
but
dot.
you built the schema, so you can have the suggestion of, for example, movie that they suggest you all the value you have.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Yes, it will show you the different value. But also don't forget, yeah, you can know what the value are because you already know what your movie are. So if I go to, where is it to module here? As you can see, I already know what my movie are. I know my movie has a property called logo. I know it has a property called title. I know it has a property called director. I know it has a property called year. Okay? That should be okay, I think. That's fine. So the first one, as you can see now, my handler are very small. And that's how it should be actually. Because now all the logic to handle the stuff and do all the logic now, it's going to the module. The module is responsible for that, as you can see. So the module is responsible to get all movie, get one movie, do stuff like that, check if the movie exists or not, update it, delete a movie, and if it's working, it will return a message or return null. That's what modules should do. And when we use real database, MongoDB or MySQL, it's your job. It's just you will in SQL, you will write some SQL. You say, for example, delete movie where from movie, delete movie where ID is equal to 1. So you will just give it some line of code and it will automatically, the database, it will do it that for you. In MongoDB is the same idea. I will just take the MongoDB and then I will say dot get 1, for example, and pass the ID and it will give me 1. So that will be actually very close when we are using a database. Is the idea clear here, guys? Yes, no? Yep.
Yes.
Can we check if add, update, and delete they are working?
Of course they will working, but first we need to work on them because we did not finish yet. So now get by ID. Now I want get by ID. So let's go here to movie controller. Now when I'm trying to get by ID, I can use the same ID. I can just say const movie. It's equal to, now I can use my class movie.get by ID. The name of the method in the class, it was get by ID, right? Let's see, get by ID. So it is get by ID, as you can see. And I'm using request.param.id. So I need the ID. How can I, first I need to grab the ID. It will be better actually to make it simpler. So let me remove this one. I need the ID. How can I access the ID? How can I get the ID here? Const
Params.
ID, exactly. It's equal to request.param. So I have the ID. And then here I just need to pass the ID like that. Well, I'm passing the ID. And now, of course, here, my function where I'm trying to pass the ID here, it will try to find the movie one with the ID. Now, either I'm going to get an object or I will get nothing, right? Null. So what I can do here, I can just say if movies, that means the movie exists, right? If movies, then I'm going to say rest.status 200 render. Now I need to create a template for movie and I'm passing my object movie. Else, what should I do? What should I do else? If the movie does not exist, what should I do?
404.
So I can just say res.status 404. And also I can render if I want to. Render. And here to render, I need the name of my template. Where is the name? Which one I can use for 404?
404.
I can use 404 here, right? So I can just say 404. And then here I can now, of course, 404 expecting 2 parameters. I need the title. And I can pass my title here, movie not found. And I need to pass the message as well. Why do I need these 2 properties? Why do I need these 2 properties? Why do I need these 2 properties? Because in the template, as you can see, I am saying, I will get the title and I will get the message. So when I use a template, simply, I need to pass these 2 parameters. Is it quite clear? Yes, no? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so what I want to do now? Well, now, as you can see, I have my movies, which is nice. What I want to do now, if I want to select one movie, let's say I want this movie, I can click on, let's me add a button, for example, or something. When I click on it, I want it to take me to /1 or /2 or /3 or /ID. Can I do that? Can I do that or not? Can I do that? Of course, I need a
Yes.
new view for movie. How?
In HTML, we have to create a button. And
So in movies, what I can do, actually, I can add a link if I want to. So the link here, I can add an A tag. And this A tag here, what we're going to go, here, let's just say click here, for example, click here. And what I can do here, for example, I can just take slash, and I want to access the ID. Can I access the ID? In my movie, do I have the ID or not? In my movie, do I have the ID or not?
yes, you have.
So maybe I can say slash, but how can I access the ID? Again, angle bracket % equal, and here I can just say movie.id. I'm not sure it will work, but we can try it. %, voila. So from what I see now, when I click on any movie, it will just it will take it to slash the movie ID, which should be okay. So let's try it to see if that will work or not. But before to do that, I need to also to create a template for a single movie. Voila. So I need to create a template for single movie. I need the title, right? What is a single movie? What is a single movie? What is a single movie?
Object.
Object. So I can access the title here if I want to. How can I access the title? Well, angle bracket equal, and I want to put a value, and then angle bracket close, so I can just now here access the title, which will be movie.title. Voila. And here in the body, I can show different stuff if I want to. So for example, here, I'm just adding movie title. I don't have this one. I have the year. I don't have this one. I have the director. I don't have the actor. I don't have all of those. Maybe I can show also I can also show the logo. And if you remember, here's the logo we created as an image, so IMG. And to show the logo, I will need angle bracket %, or you can use this extension to show you. And here it will be movie dot, what is the property? Logo, right? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So let's see if that will work. Let's refresh this one. As you can see, where is it? Click here. I can't see click here. Did I put something in the correct place? Let me check movies. Movies. So I have HREF, and that's the A tag. It should be click here. Let me add, I make an A tag red. A tag, I don't want the color to be white. I want it to be red. So we can see it. Voila. Let's go back, refresh. Oh, well, now it was white. I couldn't see it. Now it's red. So if I click on it, so no, it's taking me just to /1. That means it will not work really. So what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? What should I do here? I can just say /API /get and / here. It will be the ID. Let's try to test it again. Because this take me to /1. I don't want /1. I want /API /get /1. So API /get. Click. I have everything. Now, if I click on this one, voila, now it gives me movie with 1. If I click on this one here, click, it will give me movie 2, as you can see. And if I click on the last one here, it will give me movie 3, as you can see. Any question here? Any question? Question? Question?
Samir, can you show the front end again?
I don't have a front end. Where is the front end? Oh, you
I
mean
know.
here?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Tell me.
And when you click,
Now, when I click here, notice, click, it will just be /1. So it will
okay.
be movie 1. If I click on this one, it will go /2, which is the ID. Why is it happening? Because simply here, I am using the movie.id. But if I use only the movie.id, it will take me to my local host 5004 / the ID. I don't want that. I want it to go to /API /get /the ID. And that's why I modify the route here. Clear?
Okay. And just a question about, is it advised to use a full front end, let's say React, or is this enough? EGS, is it enough to show everything you need,
Of course not.
or are there
Now,
limitations?
of course, it has a limitation. And now is my question for you: why do you think I am using EGS now? Why I am using EGS? Because I don't have a front end, and because our course is a backend, it's not a front end. Now, sometimes in the backend, we need to send an HTML, we need to send an image like that. But when it comes to the front end should be separated. You need to build your front end using JavaScript or any framework like React, Angular, Vue, because your front end and back end should be separated equally. Okay, the job of the front end should be front end. The job of the back end is back end. But currently, as you see, I don't have a front end. We are working only on the back end. So how can I show you something? I cannot. So the only way I can show you something in the browser, I can send the client some HTML, and that's what I'm trying to show you. You got the idea, Ejid?
Yes.
Okay, good. Any question here so far? So I was able now to get all the movie and show them also. I was able to go to specific movie and show them also. Maybe now I will need to update a movie. And of course, to update a movie, I can also create another template here and I say add movie. And let me go to here. So what I can do first, I need to get the idea and I need to get the data, which will be the movie title, the movie, where is it? Where is my database? Voila. I need to get the movie logo, title, the director, and here I need to get all this data. And when I get all this data and I get I can create a new movie if I want to, simply like that. For update and delete, it will be the same idea. I'm gonna create ad maybe for you, and for delete and update, we're not gonna do it really. You can do it later yourself. Okay, let me go to here. Now, both of those are working fine. Now add movie. I'm trying to add a movie, right? So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to add a movie. When I'm trying to add a movie, what should I do? What should I do? I should grab the data as sent by the user, right? So I can say const. What data do I need from the user? I need title. I need logo. I need director. And I need a year. Are you with me? You need a short break?
Yeah, maybe it's a good idea.
Okay, fine. I'll give you a short break, and after that, we'll come here. It's not complex, by the way. It's just you need to know that you are using a template here, and you need to get used to a little bit to the template. Oh, voila, that's okay. Let's take a break. 15 minutes is 26. Let's get back at 10:45. Relax, and then we will come and do also update and maybe delete and yeah. We'll do add, maybe delete and update. So let me pause there. Okay, now, as you can see here, let me close all of those. Do you think it will be nice if I have like navigation bar here? For example, I will have home and then here add movie. It will be better actually to do that, right?
Yes.
So let's try to add a navigation bar. Now, in EGS, we have a folder called includes. And includes here, if something I want to include it in multiple page, so I want to add the navigation bar to all these pages. Instead of creating them on all pages, I can simply put it inside includes, and I can create my navigation bar. Maybe I don't need header, I just need navigation bar here. And then now I can use the same navigation bar for all those. So just create it one time and then use it for everything, which is good actually. So the idea here, I am inside includes. As you can see, I need to create a folder called includes, and now I create a navigation here. And this navigation simply, I can now include it in everything if I want to. How can I include it? Well, it's quite simple. All I have to do, I can just go here. And in here, what I can do, I can use this one. So angle bracket % minus, and here I can just use include. Then I can add the path. So / include, that means go to inside include, and I want navigation here. And now I can use the same here for all of them. So click on this one. I can add include like that. Same here, I can add include. Same here, I can add include. So the idea here, EJS allow me to create one entity once and then use it in different file if I want to. And that's what I'm doing actually. I've just created my navigation bar here without any proper HTML. And here I'm adding my home and add movie. And after that, I can include it in everything I want to. Just using angle bracket % minus, then use includes as function, and then provide the path. I am here, so I need to say / include / nav. And I don't have to, I think I don't have to add the extension. So EJS, let me add the extension anyway. Click. Let me add the extension here as well. And in here. And in here. So let's see if that will work. Go to my movie, click. I have navigation bar, and I have these two, but it looks like I cannot see them. Click here. So let me go here and see what is it inside the navigation bar. So nav and then have li. So go here. Do I have nav here? Yes, I have, but I don't want the background color. I don't want the color to be this one. I want it to be red. Let's go here, refresh. Maybe I can add it inside. That's the header, so maybe I can add it inside the header, maybe.
But it shouldn't be like /API /get?
Yeah, I will modify them. Don't worry. First, let's see it, and after that, we will modify it. And let me create a header here. Header. Let me include this one here. And it's inside, so I just need to put it inside the header. Like that. Let's see if that will work. Well, as you can see now, I have my guy here. So if I click on this one, indeed, it will take me to this one. So I need to update this one. Also add movie. It take me to add, which I don't want to. So what I want to do now, I can go just inside my navigation bar. And here, I don't want / actually, I want /API / get, because I want to get everything on a movie. When I'm trying to add a movie, it will be /API / add, I think. It was add? Was the route was add?
Yes.
It was add, okay. Let's try to make sure that it is working. And if not, we can modify it. But you understand the idea here. So in include, I can just create one element, one HTML element. And now here I can include it in many different files. So what's happening here, this navigation bar, it's just like I'm putting it here. Instead of put all navigation bar, I will just put this line. Same here, same here, same here. Well, let's go here again. Let's refresh. And if I click on home, see, it's the same here. If I go add movie, now I have /API / add, which is good. Of course, now /add, currently I am not sending anything. That's the reason why it give me page not found. So what I can do here, when I have /add, I can send a form here, and the user can put the name of the movie, the logo, the director, and the year. And after that, click the button, and then I can redirect it after that to /add, which is method post, and I can add it. Is it clear what I'm trying to do? Yes, no?
Yes.
Good. It's look like I don't have a title here. Maybe it will be a good idea to add all of them. Like here also I can add H1 movie. Also I can add H1 movie. I have in header like that. Maybe I can add H1 movie, and in here also I have H1. It should be a little bit better. Refresh. So if I click on this one, I have all my movie. As you can see, I can go to a specific movie if I want to. That's my specific movie. Click on this one, I'm going home, which is good. But whenever I click on the button, what's happening here is just this route is changing. And when the route change, depending what I am sending to the client. So here, if I click on this one, as you can see, it's tell me page is not found because simply I'm not sending anything when the route is API/add. Okay, that will be nice. So what should I do now? Let's go to my this guy here. And now what I'm going to do here, I'm trying to add a movie, of course. So I will get a title, logo, director, everything here. But what I want to do really now, maybe I can go to my movie. And now here, if I want to add a movie, what is the method here? When I'm adding a movie, what is the method?
Post.
Post. But what I want to, now when the user go to /add and the method is get, not post, I want to send the user a form. So he will be able to fill the form, put the name of the guy, and so on, and so on, and so on. So what can I do here? Any idea? Can I do like that? I say router dot get. When the method is get, and when the route here it's /add, then what I can do here, I can add a new function, and I can say, for example, not add movie, and say get form, for example, get form, or add movie form, add movie form, like that. Can I do that? Yes, no?
Yes.
Let's see. What I can do here now, I can go to my movie, and I need to add a new method actually here. And this method here, it will be, let me add it here, add movie form. And what I'm going to do here, simply I'm going to send a form. So I will just say res.status 200 render, and I need to render add movie. For example, let's name it add movie. And yeah, it's just a form. I'm not going to do anything. Now what I need to do here, I need to create a new view, and I need to name it what? Add dash movie .egs. What should I send the user when the user go to try to add a movie? What should I send the user? What should I send the user?
The form.
Yes, I'm going to send him as a form. So link here, that's my CSS. And here I can just say add movie form. And here I can create a form if I want to. I can add H1 here. Let's add header first. And in the header, let's add H1. I'm going to include this one as well. And then here I can create a form like that. And of course, in the form here, I need to pass few stuff here. Let me just accept this one here. A form here, I will have an action inside the form. So what will be the action? What will be the action? What do I want to do when the user click on the button? Where I want to send the user? And the method here, it will be post.
Post.
Yes, it must be post. So whenever the user fill in the form, so I have title, as you can see, I have year, and I have also director, and I have the logo, and then I have a button add movie. So when the user click on this button, I want to send the user to /add, And the method, it will be what? It will be post. So if my guy here, it's /add, and the method is post, it will hit this one, add movie. And I will receive the title, the year, the director, the logo, everything. And after that, yeah, I can then add a movie if I want to. Let's try to test it to see if it will work or not. So what I can do here in add movie, I can just try to grab this data and try to log them. So let's try to log the data to see that everything is working or not. Request.body. So let's refresh. And voila, as you can see, that's my form. So if I go to home and say, I click on add movie, so /add, but remember this method here, it's not post, it's get. So when when the user go to /add and the method is get, because my browser do get request, I will receive this guy here, which will be a form. And now what I can do here, when I fill in the form and I click add movie, it will move it to /add, but the method, it will be post. And when the method is post, of course, as you can see, I will have this controller and it will go here. It will try to grab the title, the logo, the director, the year from the request.body. And then I'm trying to log it after that to make sure that I'm receiving it or not. Is the idea clear what I'm trying to do? Yes, no? Hello? Again, when the user go to route.get, when the route here is /add, I will send him a form so he can add his the movie name, the title, stuff like that. And when the user click on this form, as you can see, when you click on the form, I will move it to /add. It will be the same, but the method here, it will be post. And because the method will be post, so this function, it will be triggered. This controller, it will be trigger add movie. And in add movie, of course, what I can do here in add movie, I can receive these guys. And if I receive everything, then I can validate if everything exists. If everything exists, now I can create a new object and then use my class, which is capital movie, to add this object here and send the request movie added successfully. If one of those is missing, I can just tell the user that, for example, sorry, the movie is not being added or something like that. Clear or not?
Yes.
Good. I will just try to little bit maybe do that form. Let's try to do that. Display flex, column, center. Hopefully it will make it a little bit better. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little bit better. So now if I click on home, I still have all my movie, which is nice. If I want to go to specific movies, that's okay, still nice. If I want to add movie, voila, as a method is get. Now what should I am doing here? I will just say Troy. I will add this one, Troy. I will add the year, let's say 2000. Director, I don't know, someone. And now I need to add the logo. So to add the logo, I can go here and I can say Troy logo. Troy. Yeah, let me add this one. So I can just copy this one, copy image address, go back to my website, and I can add this one here. Now, when I click on add movie, what do you think it will happen? So when I click on this one, what do you think it will happen? Yes. What is my form doing here?
Console log.
No, what my form is doing here. So it will try to go to /add, and then it's the method. What the method will be? It will be changed. Now the method, it will be post. And because the method is post, this controller, it will be triggered, which is add movie. And if I go to add movie, currently I'm trying just to log the request.body. So let's try to do it. Let's click on this one. And now it goes to add. That's not what I want already. Because it's going to /add, so that's not good. And instead of doing that, I need to be API/add, not add. So I can go to my form again. It shouldn't go to this one here. Actually, it should go to API/add. That's what I want to. Let's try it again. Let's test it again. Refresh. I have the same value here. So let's type Troy, this one, and this one. And let's add movie. And I still have add. Why? It shouldn't go to add, actually. It should go to API/. Yeah, it doesn't found. Let me try again. Add movie. Refresh. And the year here, 2000, director, blah, blah, blah. And let's just copy this one. Click on this one, and this one. Click. I'm still going, yeah, now I'm going to API/add, which is good. And now, as you can see, what I am receiving here, what am I receiving here? Can you see it or not?
Yeah.
So I'm
Remove it.
receiving my data. I'm receiving title, year, director, and logo. And that's what I want to really. So what I want to now in my form, when the user fill all of them, click on add movie, it will stay the same place, /API/add, but the method, it will change. It will be post. And because the method is post, I will hit this controller, which will be this one here, add movie, not add movie form. Add movie form here is a method is get. When the user go to /add, I will send him a form. But when the user click on the button, it will send me to /API/add, and the method, it will be post. So it will hit this one, and I will get my data. And because I have my data now, I can create a new movie, right? Yes, no?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can.
So let's try to do it. I have my title, I have my logo, which is good. I have my director, everything should be fine. So what I can do here, I can add some check here. And I say here, I can say if title and logo and year. That means if I have everything here, if I have everything, I have title and logo and director and year, then now I can use my class. What was the method in the class? Can anyone remind me what was the method in the class when I'm trying to add a movie? It's called add, right? So I need to use this method and I need to pass my movie object. Oh, that's all I need to do. So let's go here. So now what I can do here, I can just say movie dot add, and of course dot add, I need to pass the title in the object, logo, director, and year. And when I create it, so it will add a new movie for me. And then after that, what I need to do, I can send a status 201, that means it's created, and I need to redirect my movie. Can anyone tell me why I am redirecting to my movie? API/K. Why I'm redirecting? Why I'm redirecting?
Because we don't want to stay on the same page with the form.
Exactly.
But...
Exactly. So when I click on the form, I want to go to /get here because I want to see the new movie I added. So I want to go here and see the new movie. So that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so here, if I have everything, I will just add my movie, and that's what I'm using the class movie.add. I'm passing my data. Response status is 201, and I need to redirect it to /API/get. That's what I want to. Else, what should I do else? I can send status 404 here, which does not exist. Or user error, that means it's user error, and I say invalid input, please enter valid movie detail. I can do that. Is the idea clear?
But for 100, yes. We don't have it. We have 404, 500. And
yes.
Here on the line 29.
Well, I can use 404. I can use 404. It's not a problem. 404. Voila. So I don't have 400, you are right, but I can use 404. Why? Because in 404, I'm receiving the title, I'm receiving everything. So I can use 404 here. Let's try to test it to see if that will work or not. Okay. So let's go here, refresh. Let's click on add movie, and now I have my title. So let's add a specific movie, which we didn't use before. So we know what movie. We have Patriot. Patriot. The year, I don't know, let's say 2002. And the director, I really don't know, so someone. But I need the logo, so let's add the logo. And here, let's say the Patriot. Patriot movie logo. And that's the Patriot movie logo, so I can just copy image address, go to my form, and add this guy here. Click add movie, and now as you can see, I'm automatically redirected. And now if I go down, voila, my movie has been added. It's cool, huh?
Samir, because yes. Push is at the end, but if you would like to have the first one, so what's the method?
What do you mean the first one?
Yeah, because we posted another movie, so it's as the last one. Because the method push, it put at the end of the array,
Which file? Yes, it add yes. If I go
Yeah.
to my class, let's go to my class. Where is my class? In my module. So because I'm using push, where is it? Add here. Because I'm using push, it added at the end. If I wanted to add it at the beginning, I think I can use shift or unshift maybe. Well, let me just check. It was shift or unshift. So we have a method called shift and shift in JavaScript. So let's see. Shift and unshift are methods you can use. So shift removes the first item. No, unshift add it on one or more element at the beginning. So I can use unshift here if I want to, Agnieszka. The method is unshift. So if I use unshift, now it will be in the beginning of this guy here. Of course, now I need to add a new movie. So let's refresh. Let me add a new movie. What movie you have in mind? What movie we have? What movie? Let's add Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry. The year, Jerry is not correct, but it's okay. Jerry. A year, let's add 1987. Director, I don't know. Unless here just say Tom and Jerry. Jerry logo. So let's just go here and copy image address. I need to go to here. I need to add this one. And if I click, notice, add movie, and voila, it's come to the top, as you can see. Cool, Agnieszka?
Yes.
Okay, so now we learn how to create. As you can see, we do not have the front end, but we can send some HTML or templating engine HGS. And now here I can go to any movie I want, all the movie to get all the movie. I can see a specific movie if I want to. Why is not going? This one should go to /1. Why is not going to /1? Oh, now it's goes /1. Because I don't have an idea. I forgot something very important. Can anyone tell me what did I forget?
The ID.
Yes. So when I go here, I forgot something important. When I create a movie, I need an ID. But I want unique ID. Can anyone tell me how can I get unique ID?
UUID.
Yes. So what I can do here, if I go to what you may tell me what is UUID. So let's just say UUID. It's very simple to use. UUID npm. I've already installed the library for you. So all I need from UUID, I just need to import this one here. Just import this one. Voila. Let's just import it this way. Now here I'm saying import v4 as, I don't like this name. I just name it ID like that from UUID. So here you can name it as, just give it another name. I like to name it ID. So here what I can do, I can go here and I just say ID. It's equal to ID, which I'm using, and it's a function, so I need to execute it. Voila. What the hell happened? No, that's not in the body. Sorry. It's not correct place. It's here. I need to add the ID. And to add the ID, I can use this function, which is called ID now. Well, now I'm getting my ID, as you can see. So to use this library, it's super simple. I need just to import v4, it's version 4, and you can give it a name. You can give it any name you want to. For me, I like the name ID capital from UUID. And now this one is a function, whatever you name it. You can name it John if you want to, whatever you name it. This one is a function. To create a new ID, all you have to do, you need to execute it. And that's what I'm doing. So when I'm adding a new movie, I'm saying ID, it's equal to, I'm executing the function, and now it will give me a new ID. And that's how it is. So now let's try to get to add another movie and see if that will work or not. So let's refresh. Refresh. I don't want to go here. Let's just refresh. Okay. Let's try to add a new movie here. Let's make it Tom and Jerry again. Tom and Jerry. Year 2000. Director, I don't know. Logo. Let's just copy the logo from here. Click on this one. Voila. And now here, if I add a movie, notice, so I have this at Tom and Jerry. If I click on this one, voila, now it go to Tom and Jerry. Notice the ID. Voila. So what UUID is creating some number and some character, but they are unique. This library guarantees that it will give you a unique ID. Voila. Nice? Yes, no? Hello?
Yes.
And now if
Yeah.
we stop the server, so Tom and Jerry will not exist anymore.
Of course, because it's not in my data. I'm not saving it really in database. I'm just
Okay.
saving it in temporary array. But later on, when we use the database, we will not save it here. My database will save it in a database. When in a database, of course, it will stay in the database. Is the idea clear? Yep.
Mhm.
So in the template, I've already installed UUID for you. You don't have to worry about it. You just need to know how to use it, and to use it is very simple. Just you say import v4 as, and you can give it any name you want to. For me, normally I like new ID or ID, and then here it's a function. You just need to execute it. Voila. And when you execute it, each time you execute it, it will give you a unique ID. So it's super simple to use. Now I need to be able to update a movie and remove a movie. Update a movie, what I can do here, I can just create another form and then take the data and show them inside the form, you know that. And then when I click on it, I will try to move it, try to redirect it to /update and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe I'm not gonna do the update. Maybe I can do the delete only. So let me just do the, of course you need to do the update. I'm not gonna do the update because it's very similar to add, but I can do the delete. So when the user click on remove movie, can I show a button here in each movie? Can I show a button when the user click on it, I can forward it to /delete? Can I do that or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, let's try to do it then here. What I can do, I can come here, add another div. I remember I am in the movies, plural. I can add another link like that. Click. And here, what I can do, it will be /API/ what was stuff here? It was delete, right? If I'm not mistaken, it was delete.
Yes.
And now I need to add the ID. So the ID here, how can I grab the ID? How can I grab the ID? Well, it's obvious here. I can grab it from movie.id. It's here. Voila. So I can grab, well, it's already there. I can grab it from movie.id. So what's happening here? I can just say delete like that. That should be okay. So what I need, I'm just adding movie ID. So whenever the user click on this one, it should take me to /API/delete. But let me make sure the route is correct. So it's actually, as you can see, /delete/ID. And that's what I'm trying to do here in movie. So let's save it. Let's go here. Let's refresh. And now I have delete. It looks like I have some error here. What is the error? Yeah, this guy here, I forgot to add this one. Voila. If I refresh, now, of course, when I click on this one, it will take me to the route /API/delete. It will take me /API/delete, and it give me the ID. And of course, I will have the ID. For now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to controller, that's the remove or delete ID. I need the ID, so I can just say const ID, it's equal to this one. Currently, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to log the ID for now. So let me just log the ID. ID like that. Click. So now let's try to click on this one. So if I click on this one, it takes me to /API/delete/2, right? And as you can see here, where the hell is the ID? I don't see the ID. I do not see. So the ID should be 2. I should log the ID, but the method is get. The method should not be get. It should be something else. The method, as you can see, it's not showing because the method is get. Shouldn't be get. It should be delete. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I need to create a form, I think. That's awful. I will need to create a simple form. Does anyone know what's the problem here? Does anyone know what's the problem here? When I click on A, so when I click an anchor tag, do you see what's the problem? So I have /API/delete too, but the problem is with the method. What is the method?
Get.
Get. But I want the method to be
Delete.
Delete.
voila. So what I need to do here, maybe I can create a simple form here. So I can just say form action here. It will be /delete /delete/ now I
Slash
can add,
API.
I don't know. I will check now. I think it should be yes /API /delete/ now I need the ID. I can just grab the ID here. Should be simple. And the method here, I need to add the method. What the method is?
Delete.
Yes, so it must be delete. Not sure if that will work or not, but let's see. And now here, all I have to do, I can just add a button. And if that's okay, when I click on the button delete, it should try to take it to delete. So let's hopefully see, hopefully that will work. Refresh. Yeah, let's try delete. So yeah, still not working, and the method is still get, which is bad. Maybe this structure will not work this way. Form action. I have API delete, method is delete, and submission. I still have the method get, which is bad. Let's try again. Look like I don't have the ID. Movie.id. No, should be okay. Let's try again. Click. I have API delete one, but I have question mark after that. Why do I have a question mark? This one needs some space. But the method is delete. I don't think it's gonna work. It looks like it's only working for post and get only. Let me try again. No, it does not work. The method is get is not changing. Well, I can do something. I can maybe redirect here. How can I redirect? I can use JavaScript. Let me see. I can use div. Yeah, but that's not gonna work. Yeah, this one. I'm not sure that will work or not, but let me try again. Delete 1404. The page is not found because the method is still get, so it's not gonna work this way. Well, I can do that if I want to. I can here redirect to something else. Well, what I can do, we have remove movie, right? So what I can do here, if I can just say get remove ID, I will have request and response and const, and then here I can just, no, that's not what I want to. I cannot redirect it. It's not gonna work. Not sure. I don't think that will work.
Even if we create a file like add movie AGS, we create and delete?
No, it's not gonna work because when we create a form, we can, the method with the form are normally get and post. When we are using a delete, it's automatically our browser converting it to get. So the idea here, it will be, I need to find a new way to do that because I never, okay, just don't do update and remove. Let me check it tonight. When I just solve this problem, I'll show you. For now, what I want from you just to here, get all movie, get movie by ID and add a movie. That's all what I want from you to do. As for the delete and update, leave it later for me. Tonight, I'll just think about it. How can we implement it? And then I will explain to you. Is the idea clear? Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand what you need to do now? You need to recreate the project using MVC module and using HYF, which is a templating engine. The idea for MVC module, it's quite simple. V stands for view. So that's my view, as you can see. It's just an HTML. Now, when I use EGS, this templating engine, I can, as you can see, I can render or I can use JavaScript inside the HTML. And that's what we call dynamic content. So that's a view. Simply views are just an HTML. And then after that, we have M for module. So the module normally, they are classes which are responsible to deal with the database. As you can see, I have a class movie. And this class get all movie or get movie by ID or add a movie or update movie or delete movie. So all the functionality, this module is responsible for. And when we use a real database, again, when you use MySQL or MongoDB, it will be the same idea. Because the database, I will just ask the database, I want you to remove this movie, and it will do it for me in case of MongoDB. As for MySQL, I need to just to write some SQL query, and after that, it will just execute it. So that's a module related to the database. This class I created, it deals directly with the database, which I don't have currently. As for the controller, as you know, the controller is a logic. So what we are doing is a controller here. Of course, we can use, as you can see, we are using the module here inside my controller because I want to get all movie or one movie or stuff like that. And then I need to send a response to the user. Is the idea clear, guys? Yes, no? Question? So just do get all, get one, and add one. For delete and update, I will tonight think of it to see if there is a better way to do it or easier way to do it.